How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to talk about leather, more specifically protecting leather, and I have here Adam's leather and vinyl coating, and it has a UV tracer in it, so you can see it glows nice and blue, just like our UV paint coating and UV wheel coating. This is a really great product for adding that robust protection to hard interior surfaces, so vinyl and leather, even like carbon fiber like the 720S has. But you know, some cars have lighter colored leather and vinyl surfaces. This car specifically has white leather on it. And there's some cars that have, you know, gray, light tan. This is a really great product for that, because what it allows you to do is it allows you to clean those leather surfaces, vinyl surfaces, much easier when you have it protected with a ceramic coating. I'm going to show you today how the kit works. I have all the kit contents here, and we're going to go through step by step on how to apply the leather and vinyl ceramic coating. So let's get right into it. All right, so first things first, when we're applying a ceramic coating, you want to put gloves on. But before we apply a ceramic coating, we want to clean the surface first. So with an interior ceramic, what we want to do is we want to use leather interior cleaner first. Within the kit, it comes with a 6-ounce leather and interior cleaner, a cockpit brush, and 2 edgeless utility towels. This is mainly the cleaning part of it. So what I want to do first, I want to clean this seat right here. It's very clearly dirty. You know, somebody's been getting in and out of this, and the white leather looked obviously dirty. So what I like to do to clean this is take the leather interior cleaner, and I'm gonna put some of the foam onto the cockpit brush. And what we wanna do is we wanna just brush this, agitate the surface. And really I'm just doing a thorough cleaning on the surface first. And we're gonna do this to all the areas we're gonna coat. The reason why you wanna clean the surface first is you don't want to put a ceramic coating onto a dirty surface and lock in that dirt for an extended period of time. We want to make this perfect and clean. It's similar to polishing your car or applying a ceramic to paint. You don't want to have swirl marks and everything all over your car before you put a ceramic coating on. So you want to correct that first. The same idea with the interior ceramic. We want to clean the surfaces first. So I agitated this surface, now we just wipe it away with the edgeless utility towel. And now we have the surface back to white and clean. And it might be hard to see in camera, but I can tell it was blue jean stains that were all over this. The towel turned a little blue, but now I just want to keep going and clean the rest of these surfaces before I apply the ceramic coating. One thing to mention as well is if you have some of these leather cleaning tools at home, you can use those, it's fine. This just comes in the kit, but what you want to do is make sure that you're cleaning this thoroughly before you apply the ceramic. And the reason why we put these in the kit is the foaming leather cleaner just works really well, and the cockpit brush agitates the surface to make sure you're pulling the dirt away from the leather or the vinyl. And when you wipe it away, the surface is perfectly clean. All right, now we're ready to apply the leather and vinyl coating to the interior of this vehicle. We are not going to use surface prep on the interior surfaces. Surface prep has a high alcohol content. We do not want this leather to dry out. So the leather and interior cleaner is good enough to clean, and it's not gonna dry the leather out, and it's not gonna leave a thick surface that this ceramic coating won't adhere to. So I just want to note that all you need to do is worry about using leather and interior cleaner, and then you're good after that. So within the kit comes 2 of these microfiber applicator pads. These are really great for applying a coating in the interior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat half of this so we can see the UV tracer within the coating. And there's a couple ways to apply this. You can apply this with the flashlight so you can see exactly where you're putting it. What I like to do is I like to apply it to all the surfaces, and then I'll spot check after that to see if there's any places I missed. So open the coating first, And we want to put a decent amount of coating on here. All right. And I always want to put the cap back onto the coating. I don't want the crystals to form around the top. So put the cap back on. I like to set it aside. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of this seat, and I'll even do half of the steering wheel. So it goes on nice and easy. And it goes on wet appearance-wise, but the wetness will fade. It will go, it will cure to more of a matte finish. So it's protected, but it's not going to be shiny. It's not going to look wet or oily. That was one really great development piece with Chris and the chemist team. So I'm doing it on all the hard surfaces, even this vinyl piece, the leather. One quick tip, with the steering wheel, it's a little bit less of a surface area, so I'm not going to put as much coating on the applicator as I would when I'm doing a more broad surface. So another thing I want to let you guys know is we built in the leather scent into the coating, so you can really smell that leather scent that's just like in our leather conditioner. It's amazing. I don't get that chemical smell of the coating. I'm getting more of the leather conditioner smell, which obviously is very pleasant, and it makes your car almost smell new again. So I love that the chemist team was able to do that, and it's a huge advantage to applying this coating to your car. It's protecting it and continuing to smell like new leather. So I've done half of the steering wheel, I've done half of the seat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cure. The cure time for this depends on the climate. Ceramic tends to cure faster in humid climates. Here in Colorado, it's very dry, so I'd probably say this is going to cure in 10 to 15 minutes, but really each different region is different. So you want to make sure to roll the windows down or have the doors open. And if you're doing it on a nice day, you can have your garage door open, just be in a well-ventilated area. And that, honestly, the airflow will help cure it faster too. So we just finished up applying the leather and vinyl ceramic coating to half the seat and half of the steering wheel. And now it's time for me to spot check. That's the beauty of the UV tracer. It gives me a second set of eyes with this light. And what I can do is I can now inspect where I applied the coating, and I just noticed right here I missed the whole underside of this steering wheel. And moving down to the seat, I missed this section all right here. Gosh, that's crazy. And something to note, on lighter colored leather, the UV tracer shows up a little bit more bright. It's a little bit easier to see rather than the matte black leather. The light is going to get absorbed more in a darker colored leather, but really one thing you need to look for is the blue tracer. When you're looking at it with no ceramic coating on it, it looks very purple. It looks the same color as this light. As you move over to where the coating is very obviously blue. That's something that you should look for as you're inspecting where you applied the coating. It's interesting. It looks like most of the places I missed are in these creases. In places it's hard for me to visually see it. It looks amazing up on the McLaren logo up here. All right, so I know that I need to spot treat some of these areas. So what I'm going to do, because I missed a lot of these creases, is I'm going to take the applicator and I'm actually going to put some of the coating onto the corner here. And I'll put it on the top, a little bit on the side. That's just going to give me the ability to get into some of these creases, or as Adam would say, these cracks and crevices. So I'm just going to take this and put it in there. And what I can do now is I can just turn this on and I can really see where, oh yeah, definitely, putting it on the corner definitely helps a ton. I just love the ability to be able to see exactly where the coating goes. It gives me a sense of security of knowing I'm putting this on all the places that I want to coat. You know, having this integrated into the leather and vinyl ceramic is just even cooler. There's just so many intricate places that you need to put the coating. Having the UV tracer in it it really does. It helps so much. Big advantage to having your leather and vinyl, or all the hard surfaces of your interior coated, is the protection you get out of this. Really, with leather, it's something that can absorb liquid, you know, red Gatorade, any of the colored, any Gatorade really, coffee, soda, you know, if you spill that, if you hit a bump, you know, and it spills it and it goes onto your leather, that potentially could stain the leather, because the leather wants to absorb that liquid, and if you have a light colored leather, it will change that color. So you can see, like on this side, this is the non-coated side, and you can see how flat the water is here, and the water represents any sort of liquid like Gatorade, coffee, and what it does is it's going to eventually absorb into that white leather or this black leather, and it will stain that leather. You want your leather to stay nice longer, right? Now when you look at this side, the side that we coated, you can clearly see the water beading effect, and what that represents is the water is sitting on top of a layer of coating now, and what isn't going to happen is that water, Gatorade, coffee is now not going to absorb into the leather and stain it. This is really, you know, this is a great representation of before and after, or the effect of what you get when you coat your leather. Ceramic coating is here to make our lives easier, and the interior of your car is no exception. This is a way to help preserve your investment, and again, like we talked about earlier, you know, make sure that your leather is clean before you apply the ceramic coating. We went through and we talked about how to clean your leather with our leather and interior cleaner. We talked about, you know, not using a surface prep. You don't want to dry out your leather before you put a ceramic coating on it. We went through and talked about how to apply the ceramic coating. You know, you're applying this, you know, just like you would apply a conditioner or a dressing. You want to just cover the surface, make sure all the broad surfaces are covered, and then again we talked about how to apply it. You know, I like to go and apply the coating to everything and then spot check it after, and if there's places that I missed that I need to go back and do it, I can take this, use the UV light, go over the places that I missed, and then again, use your best judgment when it comes to leveling the coating out. The leather on this McLaren is hard. It's not as porous as some other leathers, so what I needed to do was even it out just to make sure that it looked nice and even and everything. Again, use your best judgment. You know, there's some leathers that will absorb this and you won't necessarily need to even it out. And then lastly, we talked about, you know, the difference between a coated and non-coated vehicle, interior of a vehicle. You know, the advantage is not allowing something that has color or sugar or things like that, like coffee or Gatorade, to get on the surface and stain your leather. You know, this coating is going to be a layer between the outside world and the leather to preserve that, and also it's going to be something that will protect your leather from UV sun rays, and it will help prevent cracking and things like that. So, you know, if you have any questions about the interior ceramic or the leather and vinyl ceramic coating, please contact us. You can either call us 866-965-0400. You can email us tips@adamspolishes.com, or you can head to our website and we have the chat feature there. You can talk to one of our really great customer service representatives. And again, on our website, we have a ton of content on there, from our blog to the videos that you can check out and learn more about this process and how to properly clean your leather, things such as that. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. I'm going to go ahead and ceramic coat the rest of this car.